We don't know. But the links between Trump and Putin and between Trump and Russia are go well beyond Venezuela.
Well, that point about what the Venezuelan opposition fears brings me to maybe this closing segment of our dialogue today, which is my concern about the way some of the Democratic opposition, capital D, in the United States has been talking about this. That you are hearing from some very outspoken people say it's wrong for the United States ever to help to overthrow a dictatorship. That whatever government a country has, that's its business. And however much the vast majority of that country's people hate that government and fear it, however cruel and authoritarian and even aggressive it is, because the Maduro regime has committed aggressions against neighbors, Brazil and Guyana and Colombia too, that it's none of our business and we should leave it alone. And I think in reaction to Trump's militarism and imperialism, we're getting a kind of an isolationism from his opponents that is very dangerous. And I wish I heard more Democrats saying, if this war were about restoring the legitimate winner of the 2024 election, if it were waged in with backing from Congress and with support from Venezuela's neighbors, then yeah, helping to bring about the restoration of the legitimate president of Venezuela, that would be a proper thing for the coalition of the Americas to do. Not to replace dictator with dictator, but to work in tandem with others. But there does seem to be a kind of, in reaction to Trump's America First, a kind of similar kind of chauvinism that we're hearing from. That this is none of our business. We have no concern with who governs Venezuela and how.
It also ignores the fact that we have influence not over Venezuela, but in Venezuela, in other countries, whether we want to or not. I mean, we're the elephant in the room in a lot of places. And had we decided to support Maduro, which I think some members of the Trump administration did want to do, and do oil deals with Maduro, for example, which we might easily have done. I think there were, as I say, I think there were people who wanted to do that. Then we would also be affecting the outcome of politics in Venezuela. So to pretend that, we live by ourselves, in a bubble and we don't influence anybody else is also wrong. I mean, I do have to say that given how little Trump involved the Democrats and how minor his effort is even today to reach out to people and explain what he's doing and justify it, and how half-hearted it all seems. I mean, I found his press conference very half-hearted, and he seemed kind of unenthusiastic, and it wasn't. It wasn't. People were sort of repeating themselves and saying things by rote. How great our soldiers are, and what a marvelous thing this was. And given that, it's not really surprising that people have reacted this way. It's also, to say, well, it would be great if we had done this on behalf of democracy in Venezuela.